I keep giving bad people good ideas.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video, we are going to be doing a little commentary like always. I do want to try, do some more Let's Plays. I'm going to try, get some out soon. But also, I don't want the channel to be like stagnant with no content because, I just don't have the time to upload. Because the thing is, like, doing commentary is like 10-15 minutes. So it takes about like 20-30 minutes to upload. As if I do like a 30-minute or an hour long video, it takes way fucking longer to upload. And that's not really like too much of an issue. It's just more like timing with work and all that and just everything. So we'll get some Let's Plays soon, but for now we're going to be probably talking about one of the most fucked up situations and stories that can, kind of come out nowadays with modern streaming. I don't know, I feel like they're all always kind of fucked up situations and stories, but this is definitely one of the ones that is going to probably take the crown for it. Again, with this shit we're going to be talking about, I don't know, at the end of the day, it's just fucked up and he's a piece of shit and there's no excuses for the actions he's done. But pretty much this streamer by the name Stephen McCall, or McCall, or however the fuck you say his name, pretty much was 36 years old and, pretty much got sentenced to 31 years to life, I think, for pretty much fucking killing his, pregnant wife, girlfriend, whatever. And, yeah, killing his unborn child as well with that. So, it just fucked up because pretty much what he had done was he stabbed, strangled, and plunged, her to death. And pretty much he did that on December 18th, 2022. So this case has been going on for a while. And pretty much he planned this whole thing out to kind of try to get away with it by faking a live stream. So he was like a gaming live streamer or whatever. So pretty much what he had done was pre-recorded like a little live stream and try to say like, oh, he couldn't interact with chat for like little things like technical issues like and this. And it's really like, that's the shittiest excuse because either you only are stuck with one monitor, your other monitor is broken. It's just like nowadays, it's like if you have a PC and you have a phone, like why wouldn't you just pull up chat on your phone or something so you can still interact with chat? Like there's just like a lot of reasons why that technical issue of why you couldn't interact with the live stream and why it was totally not a pre-recorded live stream because of that. It just all fell through the like roof, like instantly because you could just see right through the bullshit because again, usually a lot of people that do stream have multiple monitors and it's like, okay, one monitor's out, you could start maybe try have your chat in the corner of your game while you're playing. You could fucking just pull it up on your phone. There's like many fucking ways kind of around that to kind of fix that issue. So again, you can see right through the bullshit with that. And there was probably just like random shit in the live stream too that you could just see, okay, and tell that it was pre-recorded. And I guess too that he was hinting at shit throughout the live stream of what he was gonna do too. And then also with that, he tried to frame her ex and say, oh, the ex did this and the ex blah 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 all this. And it just kind of shitty because again, luckily, people aren't fucking stupid and can see right through, like, the lie and the, like, fake fucking story. But to try and, get someone who's completely innocent and try to turn the picture and be like, oh, they're the bad guy and all this. And, you know, try and fuel the perfect storm like, oh, he's the angry ex and all of this. It's fucking stupid, and pretty much it's just like there's no excuses because like there isn't like a really, I feel like there was no like clear intention of why he did this. I could only speculate that he didn't want to be a father. He was stressed out, didn't want to deal with all, family shit, providing for a family, getting that started, getting certain things going and all this, and wanting to avoid that and get out of it. And instead of doing the right things, like maybe, talking to the mother, being like, hey, I don't think this is right, maybe before, you know, the child's developed enough. Maybe, you know, look into things like abortion and shit. I'm not saying that's like the number one answer, but, you know, it's better than, you know, killing your wife or your girlfriend and your unborn child. Or, you know, just simply like things like adoption, or just being like, hey, like, I can't be in the picture, but like, you know, just pay child support. You know, do like just the normal human shit. Or, you know, just grow some balls actually, and just, you know, step up and be in the picture, and, you know, just kind of deal with your consequences or dealing with your actions, you know. It's not like, it's just weird because it's like, I don't really think like having a child is straight up a consequence or it's a bad thing. But again, it's like you do stick your dick in a bitch and you raw dog that shit, and, you know, you don't do the right shit of like, you know, pulling out or whatever, and you nut in the bitch. Like, what do you expect? Like, you know, and it just is kind of stupid. You know, and it just, honestly, at the end of the day, it's sad. Because again, there could have been, you know, easy ways to kind of, you know, had this all avoided, you know, just simply in the first position, realize you don't want to be a father, or you don't want to have a family, whatever, and not set yourself up for that. Or at least try to be voiceful and, you know, express your concerns without, you know, dealing in a violent way. Um, or just simply, like, you know, I said, just be a fucking man, grow some balls, and just realize that's just your life, and that's just how life is. Like, people have kids, and once you have a kid, you kind of have to, you know, nurture that kid, and kind of, you know, it's not all just about you anymore and shit like that. And I just feel like it's just, really shitty, and pretty much he's trying to get the life sentence taken off and just deal the 31 years because, oh, he's the most hated person in prison. And no shit. Again, if it's common sense, usually, you know, if you're in a rival gang, people don't like you. If you're a child molester or you harm children, people don't like you. If you harm women, people don't like you. He's like in two categories of, you know, he harmed an innocent woman and he harmed an innocent child. And it's just like, you know, I have no sympathy. Like, obviously, I do think he should at least have the fucking English, dignity to be separated, you know, and probably, hopefully, not booty hole raped every single day. Am I saying that he doesn't deserve it? Probably not. Like, you know, he probably does deserve, you know, some kind of, you know, beat up or punishment, but also at the same time, an eye for an eye isn't always the fucking answer. And I think the best thing is to just throw him in a cell on his lonesome, because again, I don't think it's really worth it for anyone else to get in trouble because of this piece of shit. Because again, if they just harm him, kill him, whatever, that's just another charge for someone else. And again, especially for people already facing life, I guess that's not really too big of a deal. But I do believe it's just like, you know, it's not really necessarily the right thing to always go eye for an eye. But I do think the best thing is to maybe just throw him in a cell on his own and just let him kind of rot away, you know? Because ideally, you know, it's like you do want to think, oh, he does deserve to be beat up. He does deserve this to happen to him and that and this. But again, at the end of the day, it's not the right thing to do. And then it just gets more people incriminated into some bullshit. When really this piece of shit just deserves to just rot away. You know, he doesn't deserve, you know, the final things in life. He doesn't deserve human interaction because he has had those things in the past and he abused and misused them. And again, at the end of the day, with these kind of people, I do feel like not try to be like, oh, death penalty, oh, go, you know, kill them or whatever, you know, and that's not always exactly the answer. But again, usually for pieces of shit like this you took alive, why the fuck should you have yours sometimes? And then also, the thing too is, it's like, you can see that he has zero remorse, because this is all premeditated shit. He thought of this, he, you know, had time to stop it. And I do feel like at that point it is, you know, kind of like you have two options. You could either, you know, pay resources, pay taxes, so he could eat little slops in his little prison cell, or, you know, just kind of, you know, cut the head off the beast. But also at the same time, I do feel like, you know, the best option is probably, you know, either cut the head off the beast, which again, you know, has its own issues in it, or just let him rot away in a prison cell on his lonesome. I think that's probably the best option, because again, it's just 50-50, because it's like, you took a life, so do you deserve your life? But then also at the same time, it's just like, I do feel like, at least with that, like, because death could be some kind of escape if you think about it in some kind of way. I don't know, I'm not trying to be all spiritual and all religious and all that. So I do think rotting in a fucking cell on your lonesome, it's probably the best way, because again, people don't gotta deal with him, and it's the decent punishment. You mistreated people, now you're getting mistreated and misused, and no one wants to deal with you. I don't know. At least I just don't think they should revoke his life sentence. Like, he's a piece of shit. He gets out of prison, he hates everyone, like, everyone hates him in prison. He gets out of prison, everyone's gonna hate him anyways in society, so nothing's gonna change. I say just lock the fucking prison cell, keep him in there on his lonesome, and forget about the motherfucker. Pay him, give him a slop every day, and that's it, call it a day. But besides that, comment down below what you guys think, and yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 400 subscribers, and we're pretty fucking goddamn close. So yeah, subscribe, and see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.